Well, dear Lord, what an ending. Hi guys, 7W Rocks here, and I am here to review Arrow Season 4, Episode 9, entitled Dark Waters. This, of course, was the mid-season finale of the season. Won't return till January 20th, I believe. Quick overview if you don't want to watch the entire review. Basically, building up the entire episode, and I felt like it was going to be like Flash's mid-season finale yesterday. It built up, and then kind of at the end, it wasn't the, most shocking ending. This one, wow, very, very shocking, and just not unsuspected. I kind of knew something was up, but the ending was pretty crazy, and it really had me wanting more for the next half of the season, which is exactly what the mid-season finale should do. So I'm pumped for it. I'm really excited, and let's get right into this review. We kick things off this episode with Oliver and the city being good citizens, cleaning up the bay, doing some good work. And a helicopter sent by Dark, of course, shows up and starts shooting all along the bay, trying to, shoot some citizens, doing some evil stuff. Everyone's okay, and Oliver's able to, get people out of the way and safe. No one dies, but it's, a big message sent from Dark. Next, we got Felicity's mom shows up again this episode, or not again, shows up this season for this episode, and she finds the ring that Oliver was going to propose to Felicity. So some big things happen there, and we'll see Felicity confront him about it, but I'll get to that later, of course. Since Damian sent Oliver a message with that shooting helicopter, Oliver's going to send him a message of his own. So he appears on media in front of all the cameras and such, and lets the city know who exactly Damian Dark is. So this, enrages him, of course. He doesn't want anyone to know who he is. So fast forward to a Christmas party with Oliver and, the city and all. Just want to throw this out there. Felicity's mom and Captain Lance are dating. Whatever. I mean, it seems like everybody's getting with each other this season, so I don't know. I feel like it's too much, but, whatever. I like them both. And Damian Dark, of course, shows up to this party, and he says he's going to take everything Oliver loves, kind of like every villain, actually, on Arrow. So he takes Diggle, Thea, and Felicity, and he uses his, force powers and throws Oliver through a glass window and, leaves with the people I just mentioned. Now Oliver, with the people that he loves most gone, he goes on a rampage. So the next few scenes, we see Oliver just kicking people's butt, which I really love. Now he's kind of like, I don't kill people and whatever. He's looking for Dark, so it showed him just beating the crap out of gunmen. So I thought that was a really cool scene, and I actually really like that when he gets really intense. So that was cool. Laurel finds out that her dad is working with Dark, which wasn't the most important scene because she, didn't, care for it at first, obviously, but then she was on board with it, so it didn't really matter. Next, we see Dark is using a, gas chamber type thing to kill his victims, and he shows Oliver it because Oliver, lets himself go, gives himself up to Dark for, his friends and Felicity. But Dark shows them, lets them see Felicity for the last time because he's going to use the gas chamber thing on them. So Felicity and Oliver talk about marriage and, how much they love each other, blah, 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 And Felicity basically says, if you had proposed to me, I would have said yes. So it's like, yeah, good for you guys. So he puts them in the gas chamber thing, and Oliver's like, we had a deal. I give myself up. You let them go. And Dark's like, I'm a bad guy. Let's remember that. So I was, thinking the same thing. Yeah, he's a bad guy. So he puts them in the gas chamber, Felicity, Thea, and Diggle, and it looks like they're about to die when the gas is going all up in the container, and none other than Malcolm, dressed up as the Green Arrow, and Laurel pop up as Black Canary, and I thought it was awesome, Malcolm dressed up as the Green Arrow. I really enjoy the scenes when it's, not Oliver under the hood. I love the whole fact that you really don't know who, or the people of the city don't know who the Green Arrow is because, Oliver's in this place, and the Green Arrow shows up. I really liked it, and I thought it was cool. So they take out everybody. Black Canary does that, cat screech thing she does, and she's able to break the glass, or crack it, and then Oliver smashes through it, saving, everybody, and saving the day. During this huge battle, Malcolm and Dark cross paths, and they have a big fight scene, which is really cool because Malcolm got to wear the Green Arrow outfit, shooting arrows, explosive arrows, and he was beating Dark up for a good amount of the fight. But Dark's able to use his, Darth Vader powers, basically, use the Force, choke out Malcolm, lift him up from the ground. It looks like he's about to, choke him out and kill him. Oliver makes a save, tackles him, and Malcolm's able to shoot off a few arrows into Dark, laying him out on the ground, and then he puts an explosive arrow by him. everybody's able to get out, all the good guys, obviously, and Dark is saying some, like, mystical, whatever. He's saying something, and the arrow explodes, of course. Big explosion. I thought for a second, I was like, did they just kill off Dark in the mid-season finale? Can't be. But it was a big explosion. It seemed like he died. Then the next scene, like, not the next scene, 2 scenes later, Dark is just there walking with the people that he's with. And I was thinking, man, they didn't even have, like, how he got out of that alive. I know he used his powers, obviously, but just the next scene he's walking. So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. But basically, he shows all the people this big, like, cornfield in a building. Like, literally, that's what it was. I had no idea what that was, but it was a plan to stop Oliver somehow. He said phase 4 is a go, ready to go, and it's gonna, help us with our plan or something. It was, I don't know, it was something crazy. To end off the episode, we see Oliver with the city, in like some big field or something, just doing his mayor stuff. And he just basically says how great Felicity is and how she's been with him through all the struggles and such. And he proposes to her, which obviously she says yes. So it looks like a happy ending to this mid-season finale, but not really, because they're in a limo driving away, talking about their happiness and whatever. And the limo is stopped. We also see Dark. It's like got some Christmas music in the background. Dark's at some building, or excuse me, some house, where we see a little girl and her mom at the Christmas tree, putting up the ornaments and such. So we're like, I'm thinking, what's Dark gonna do to these people? And I'll just get to his part. Basically, he walks up to him, hugs the girl, which is his daughter, and hugs his wife. So that I did not see coming, that Dark actually has a family, actually cares about people, which I really like. He's these really, really bad villain, bad to the bone, killing people left and right, but he's also got a family, so I really like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing their scenes together. But the big ending, Oliver's, of course, in the limo with Felicity. They get stopped. A bunch of gunmen pop out and start shooting up the limo, just firing shots, round after round. Kill the limo driver, obviously. Oliver's able to block Felicity for most of it, blocking her. He's able to get in the, take the wheel, drive off, just randomly, crashing into a bunch of things. Finally, when it looks like the coast is clear and they're good to go, Oliver pulls out Felicity from the limo, and she's bleeding from the mouth, and she has been shot. So it looked like from the preview for next time it comes around that they're racing her to the hospital, and then it shows Oliver at the gravestone. So I don't think it's Felicity at the gravestone. I don't think that they're going to kill her character off. I think personally that it's going to be his former girlfriend who has the kid. I forget what the kid's name is. William, I think. I think it's going to be her gravestone. But yeah, they're teasing it's Felicity, so it was a crazy ending, like just Christmas music in the background, a shot up Felicity. I mean, it was crazy. So definitely a really, really good way to end the episode, and really have us wanting more of the viewers. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WRocks, and if you enjoyed this episode, let me know. Just let me know your thoughts on throughout this episode, and I'd love to hear it. But thank you so much for watching, and if you only come to my channel to watch these reviews, I will see you January 19th and the 20th when Flash and Arrow return. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a nice day. And if you are just here for the superhero reviews, happy holidays, guys.